Okay. Good evening, all. We will start the session within 2 minutes. Vandana ma'am. Hello, Vandana ma'am. Hello, Vandana ma'am. Hello, Arvind sir. Are you there? Arvind sir.
Yes, madam.
Okay, shall we start the session?
Ma'am, it is up to you.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. I hope you have had a fulfilling day so far. Welcome back to day 5 of our ATAL Faculty Development Program on AI driven educational technologies for enhanced teaching and learning. Let's begin session 9, where we will explore the fascinating topic of balancing human and AI decision making in education. In this session, we will delve into how advanced AI tools such as IBM Watson and Microsoft Azure AI can complement human decision making to create more effective and inclusive educational environments. We are honored to have with us Professor Arvind Yadav sir, who also guided us yesterday during session 8 on topic AI enabled adaptivity in learning, personalized very insightful. So Professor Arvind Yadav is working as an associate professor in Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, Institute of Technology, Nirma University, Ahmedabad. He has completed his PhD in year 2016 from Electrical Engineering Department, IIT Roorkee. He has secured his BE in Electronics and Communication Engineering and ME in Industrial Electronics in the year 1999 and 2001 from GEC, Modasa and MSU Baroda, respectively. He has published more than 20 journal papers indexed in SCI Scopus journals. He has also published around 56 conference papers in national and international conferences. He has successfully completed one international project as a principal investigator titled AI IoT Digital Technologies for Future Sustainable Smart Cities, funded by Royal Academy of Engineering UK under Transforming Systems through partnership. The funding amount has been £80,000 annually during April 2021 to May 2023, and he is currently working on one national funded project as a principal investigator. And the title of the project was Design and Pilot Implementation of Open Access Web Portal using machine learning for predictive analysis and visualization of maternal and child undernutrition in India. On NFHS, data funding amount 53.36 lakh. Funding agency is Indian Council of Medical Research, New Delhi, India. Under his supervision, 5 students have already awarded PhD degree and currently 5 PhD candidates are pursuing their PhD. He has organized 3 international conferences and has delivered expert talk at national, state level for around 42 occasions. He's, his major areas of interest include signal, image, and video processing, especially medical signal and image and microscopic image of wood species. He is also actively working in the area of object recognition and classification with the help of machine learning and deep learning techniques. So, handing over to Arvind sir, we are honored to have you with us today. The stage is yours now.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, sir.
So, good evening to each and all present over here. Let me share my screen with all of you. I hope the screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So today I'll be talking about balancing human and AI decision making in education. What we discussed yesterday was how a personalized education can be done with the help of a AI tool. We have seen some of the advantages and disadvantages associated with the AI tool. Let me move to the next slide. I'll take a couple of minutes just to describe where I'm working. So presently I'm working with the Nirma University, which is located in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. It's a lush green campus and it is a research oriented, student centric, multidisciplinary, and not for profit private state university. And it's my pleasure to inform you all when admission takes place, most of the time students prefer Nirma University over the best colleges, best government colleges. It was established in the year 1995 by the visionary, uh, our president, Dr. Karshan Patel, who has established this Nirma Education and Research Foundation. It is first self-financed engineering college of the state of the Gujarat. And most of the programs, especially BTech program, is accredited by NBA under Tier 1 category. These are some institutes which are running under Nirma University. To name a few: architecture, commerce, design, law, management, pharmacy, science, technology, then doctoral studies and international study. These are some of center of excellence that Nirma University is having. Uh, a word of caution, a disclaimer: whatever material I'm presenting over here, it is being collected from different sources like papers, books, thesis, online materials all over on internet, images and videos. And the very purpose of using these materials or this information is just to disseminate the information for academic purpose only. Let us try to understand why balancing is required. Yesterday, when I was discussing this topic, personalized education, one gentleman has said that when he asked about principal component analysis to the chat GPT, whatever answer given by the chat GPT was not correct, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So simply, chat GPT is nothing but the generative AI, which is going to generate the content. And now chat GPT is having feature of generating the images also. Whatever contents the chat GPT has delivered, you should not blindly rely on that. The gentleman who said that there was something wrong, he was knowing that thing. Then only he can identify that part. But as a novice, probably he might have considered that whatever ChatGPT is saying, that is correct. So let us understand these two circles. On the left-hand side, we are having a human intelligence circle, which is a unique intelligence of a human being based upon the knowledge that they have acquired. And the blue circle is nothing but a AI intelligent circle. And this AI intelligence is being trained to the machine. You have given a lot of data to that, and based upon that, it is improving the intelligence. Though big data has been used, large language model has been used for training and learning purpose, but still something always remains there that needs correction. So when I'm having this thing, so basically a human AI interaction is over here. So human might be interacting with the AI and your AI might be interacting with the human. So this intersection that you can see over here, which is being highlighted, is something that is called hybrid intelligence. It's a human augmented AI plus augmented human intelligence. So to balance it, this is the area where we need to work. So we can ask questions to the AI. AI will generate some data. Then we need to validate that whatever data has been generated, that is acceptable or not. So this is the balance that is required over here whenever we'll use AI. So in a uh, nutshell, what can be said? Integrating AI thoughtfully while emphasizing empathy, creativity, and ethics. Now, these are three most important words that we need to remember because we all are human, we are not machine. If we remove empathy, creativity, and ethics, so probably we are a machine also. So it is required that whenever you are integrating AI into the education, these 3 points should be given important weightage. The education institutes can prepare students to thrive in a tech-driven world without losing sight of their humanity. We want to prepare our students, keeping in mind that they are going to serve the society. We don't want students to generate or to get acquainted with the skill that is only going to give them money. Money is important, but what is most important is the humanity that we need to keep in mind all the time. Now, before I proceed into this one, let's have a look at three softwares, which is tools which are easily available to anyone. Let me just jump to that one, then again we'll come back to this one. I hope it will be okay with everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the first tool that I would suggest is u.com. So this u.com is one educational AI tool that is available for the students. If you remember, yesterday I mentioned that we can generate MCQ questions based upon whether it is a easy, moderate, or a complex difficulty level. Could you see the screen clearly over here? People are able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So I have taken one topic over here, Introduction to Image Processing. This is the prompt I have given. MCQ questions for normal, moderate, and complex difficulty levels. So now you can see, first it is generating normal difficulty level questions. Here is the question, these are the options, and here is the correct answer. Similarly, moderate difficulty level questions, it is given over here. Then comes complex difficulty level question, also it is given over here. So you can see a unit test created. So let me do one thing. Let me take up a question from the participant. If you can just suggest me one topic. If somebody can suggest me a topic, subject and unit or that subject for which you wish to generate a test paper, MCQ type.
Sir,
We
operating
did.
system, process management.
Operating system, operating system
Topic is process management.
Process management. MCQ questions with difficulty level. Easy, moderate, and hard. So now it is generating some question.
Is this a paid version or free?
This one is a free version. You can always use it.
Okay.
Yeah. So if somebody is expert in this area, let's have a look at some of the questions and try to find out whether everything is correct or wrong. So kindly have a look. This one is a easy difficulty level. What is a process in an operating system? These are the four options. And the correct answer is a program in execution. Is it a correct answer?
Yes, yes. Correct answer.
Right? So similarly, what you can do, one way is just to consider that everything is correct. So you copy this thing and you prepare a test. But it is always advisable that whenever you are generating this kind of unit test creator, the expert should go through all the questions and options that are given and verify that everything is correct. Let's have a look at moderate difficulty level. So the first, let me take another question over here. Yeah, which of the following is a preemptive scheduling algorithm? First come, first serve, shortest remaining time first, priority scheduling, and shortest job first. So is it a easy level or moderate level question? Is it a easy question or moderate question?
Moderate, moderate
Fine.
question.
And the answer that is given over here is again probably correct, right?
Yes.
Let's have a look at difficulty level, which is hard. So you may pick up any question. Can we go for fourth or fifth? Just have a look at the fourth question. In deadlock prevention, which of the following is not a condition that must be eliminated? Mutual exclusion, circular wait, hold and wait, context switching. And the correct answer that is mentioned over here is a context switching. Right?
Right. Correct.
So this is one tool that you can use. And this tool is going to help the educator, you as a faculty member, to generate questions. So you don't have to write it, just collect it, and then probably you can use it for testing the learning of your student. So this is one first tool that I have shown over here. You can always just explore the tool. There are other options given over here, but uh, because it is a free version, so there are several features that we cannot access. Here is an option called Gate Pro. So if somebody wants to explore other features, probably they can go for the Pro version. The next tool is TinyWow. This is another free tool that is available over here. And the best part of this tool is that, can you see tab, PDF, image, then writing tab, then video tab, and file. So let us say I want to go for this image. So it can help me to remove the background. It can restore photo. It can extract text from image. It can remove person from photo. Then several other options are given over here. Let me focus on this right option. So if you look at the right option, Then here comes the paragraph writer. Second one is a sentence rewriter, which is nothing but the paraphrasing. Then comes essay rewriter and article rewriter. So if I go for essay writer and I want a first standard kid to write an essay on cow, right? Here you need to give the number of paragraphs. So let's go for 2. Then comes the education level. So whether it is a high school, college, or graduate. So let us say it's a high school, and let's click on generate. So it's working, right? Fine. So let me just zoom this part. Just have a look. Cow is one of the most important domesticated animal in the world. It is a mammal that is known for its gentle nature, blah, 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 right? So even somebody doesn't know anything, he'll be having a framework that, okay, what can be written by the, or what can be written when it comes to the essay. But if you remember the essay that we have written for cow, it is quite different than this one. We used to write cow is having 4 legs, cow is having 2 ears, right? It is being used the kids are utilizing the milk produced by the cow. But if you see over here, it is something different. So it is another way of understanding the essay. Next thing you can do, you can go for a story generator. You can go for grammar fixer. You can go for sentence rewriter. Let's try this one. Yeah. Could you please give me a sentence? Any rough sentence? Can I expect a sentence from one of the participants?
Three birds are flying in the air. Three birds
Three
are flying in the air.
birds are flying in the air.
How can it rewrite it?
Fine. These are the options which are available. 3 winged creatures soar through the skies. A trio of avian beings glide above the ground. In the atmosphere, 3 birds gracefully fly. The sky is graced by the presence of 3 flying birds. 3 feathered creatures take flight among the clouds. Now tell me, if I look at the context of this statement, which one seems to be more appropriate? All the 3? Just a minute. What is that? Yeah. Out of these 5 statements, which one is more closer?
All seems relevant, but it depends on the context.
Yeah, that is what I'm asking. If like whatever context sir has given, do you think all the 5 are matching to that, or one is having more significant compared to others?
I think all are making, sir.
Fine.
Third one.
Now, if I third one, in the atmosphere, 3 birds gracefully fly. Let's have a look at the first one. 3 winged creatures soar through the skies. So, can I assume aeroplane is flying?
Sir, we can.
We can, right? But if I look at the
Yeah.
third one, if I look at the
Third one
third
is
one,
more appropriate. Third one is more
right?
appropriate.
Right. So who is going to put that context in the mind of the students? Here comes the role of the human. Here comes the role of the teacher. So no doubt the AI is generating the content, but it is generating a lot of contents. It is giving a 360-degree view probably. Now you need to tell your student that though everything is right, but if I look at the context, then probably the third one that is mentioned over here is the most appropriate one. Here comes the role of faculty. Here comes the role of teacher. I hope everybody agrees with me.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Similarly, what we can see over here. So essay writer is there, article writer is there. So a lot of options are available over here. One can always explore all these things. Let me go to the third tool, that is Khan Academy. I'm not sure, but I believe this is something uh, people might have used. So uh, what you need to do in Khan Academy, you need to create your account. You need to select whether you're looking for first to 12th standard, whether you're looking for the content for the college or something like that. I have chosen for first to 12th standard and I have selected this subject called mathematics. So these are the options that is available over here to me. I can do, let us say, introduction to multiplication, one digit, and all these things, add and subtract to this likewise. Uh, please let me know which topic I should choose over here. Because we need to demonstrate it. So if somebody can suggest me.
Exponents.
Exponents, let me check whether it is available over here. Yeah, fine. Unit number 17. Now,
I
if
have
you
a
look over
question.
here,
I have a question. Can we have this in other languages also or only English?
right now, the version that I'm using, it is in English, right? But in case if it is not available in the other language, then probably you can use the AI translator, which is going to convert this English into Hindi, Gujarati, or any other local language,
Okay.
right? So if you look over here, the options are given, right? Now, if somebody has mastered 100 points, somebody is proficient 80, somebody is familiar 50%, people have attempted but 0 points, they have not started quiz unit test. So what I need to do, how I'm going to learn it if I don't know anything about it. So you'll see a video over here which will tell you how to do the multiplication. So this is what we do, right? This is what we do in the classroom. We are going to teach them, right? We'll tell them the steps and then probably they'll understand something, right? Now you can see the transcript is also given over here, right? Everything is given over here. Now, once this task is over, once this task is over, then the student has to do some multiplication work. They need to do some practice work. So ready to practice? Let's go. So complete the equation. So on the left hand side, something is written. On the right hand side, answer is given. You need to find out. So 19,000. So let me say I have just written 100 over here, right? So I need to see, right? And let me write down only one over here, right? And now let's check. Not quite yet. Give it another try. So now it is giving me option, so a step. So what I need to do? Multiply by 10 moves every digit one place value to the left side. Then you can see the different hints which are given over here. So if somebody who's working over there, he could not understand, then these hints are going to give him idea that how to do that thing. Now, if I had written the correct answer, check again. And now there you go. That is the right answer. Keep practicing. And then again, the see a step-by-step solution that is also given. So here the student is learning the concept of maths in the absence of faculty member, in the absence of tutor. But sufficient material is available. So if the student can practice all these things, definitely he is going to get the expertise. So that is how the Khan Academy or any AI tool is being used to teach the student. So it is a tailor-made. Tailor-made in the sense not necessary for a single student. Like out of these 19 units, a student may be knowing up to 15 units. So he'll just be practicing unit number 16 to unit number 19. Right? Then once you do that thing, then a quiz is also given. Time for quiz. Let's go. Match each expression to its exponential form. Now you need to see which one is correct. So the first one is this. So what I need to do, I have to just bring it to that location. Like this one. So 10 to the power 3. Let me bring it to this one. So I made a mistake over here. Let's check. Not quite yet. So a step. Now it is giving you all the things that how do you calculate that value. Right? And again, if I just change the position, check it again, and it is showing me that, okay, my learning is perfect. Now, if I change, I can change the level 1. I can level up that thing, right? Now see how it is going to be done. So all these options are available over here. And this is how the AI tools are using the students. There are so many other AI tools. I'll give just the name of the tools because it is very difficult to explore any given tool. But it is easy to explore if anybody wants to. Is it okay? The 3 tools that we have seen over here, Khan Academy, then u.com, and the next one that we have seen is tinywow.com. There are so many things that can be done over here. Article writer can be done, right? You can write the article. If somebody wants me to give the demo of article writer, let me just, okay, click it over here. Okay, just give me a title for article that you wish to write. Can I have a title?
Yeah,
Social
review.
media and education.
Social
Role
media,
of social media in education.
role of social media in
In education.
education. Okay.
Ji.
Now it is asking whether you are a human or you are a machine. Again, it will check whether it is generating content for the machine or the content generated by the machine is being utilized for human being. Fine. So here you can see it has generated a content, introduction to social media in education, understanding the role of social media in modern classroom, then understanding the benefits of utilizing social media in the classroom, challenges and concerns of incorporating social media in education, best practices for using this, case studies, future of social media in education, strategies for engaging students through social media, and likewise. So if somebody is no-wise, so for them it gives a structure. And then in the process of learning, you can just keep on putting some data over here. So it is going to make your writing uh, it is basically providing as a helping hand to you in order to write your paper. Now, again, if I'm not satisfied with the content, let's click on the rewrite. And it is going to rewrite that thing. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
So probably you can just think of utilizing these tools for your purpose. Okay, let me come back to the slide once again. So while going for human AI interaction, let us try to understand the role of AI and let us try to understand the role of human. So the role of the AI should be data analysis, personalization, and automation, right? So the AI should be able to understand that what is the level of the student so that I can present a specific type of material for him so that he can learn something. It is for tailor-made application and it's a automation. That means it is going to repeat a task. Now, the role of human is to bring empathy and intuition to ensure that the critical thinking process is being inculcated in the student. The humans can critically evaluate AI generated insights, considering ethical implications, biases, and the broader context. So if you are suggesting, okay, this is the tool that should be utilized in order to write an essay for your student. So whenever the student writes essay, being a novice, he is not in position to understand whether the essay is correct or not. But the student understand, okay, AI is the most intelligent thing in this world. So whatever content has been written, probably they are the best one. So the role of the teacher would be to read this content and suggest him that, okay, what are the changes need to be brought in over here in order to understand a certain topic, in order to understand a certain principle. And the most important thing that the role of the teacher would be ensuring that student develops a creative and innovative thought process. Most of the time, if we are not using our brain, because we are getting everything from Chat GPT, just write down the question, search for the answer, and your answer is ready. So now you're not utilizing your brain. You're not utilizing it to the fullest level. So the creativity and innovation is going to die down. So the humans will drive innovations in the education by developing a new teaching methods, curriculum, and assessment strategies. So these are the roles of AI and the roles of human. And both of them should be playing the same role that is being described over here. Now, the roles are different. So what I need to do or what we have to do now, we have to collaborate. So what is the collaboration? Human and AI partnership. The most effective approach is to leverage the strengths of both human and AI. AI can generate the content, human can verify the content, and this is how they are going to save the time. Shared decision making. AI can give you suggestion, but the final decision is to be taken by the human. Educators should be involved in the development and implementation of AI powered tools. Continuous learning. AI is something that keeps on learning from the data. Now, in order to keep pace with that, the human has also keep on learning, right? They need to learn material from different sources so that the AI cannot make fool out of themselves. So what is the call to action? Embrace AI thoughtfully. Explore how AI can enhance education without replacing humans. One of the most concerning thing over here is that over a period of time, the teachers are going to be removed. I still remember I was SPOC of NPTL in my previous organization. So uh, what we did, we asked our students to take one subject from NPTL and clear it from there. So most of the students were happy that they are not supposed to come to the class and they'll be learning it from the best faculty member in this world, because most of the material was generated by the IITs and NIT faculty. So initially they were very happy. They had taken that subject, they appeared for the exam, and most of them have secured a low grade. There were some students, they were brilliant, they secured good one. So we asked them, what was the issue? So one of the issue was that since it was a material, recorded material, the course was prepared in such a way that it requires a certain prerequisite in order to understand that course. Whereas in the classroom, first you assess the student, what is the level of the student, whether they know certain facts or figures or certain concepts or not, and then you start preparing them. So even they learn from the best faculty, but they could not score. So whenever you are using an AI in education, at the same time, the faculty has to be there. Invest in professional development. Now, the days are gone where you'll be preparing your notes today and you are going to serve or use the same notes for next 30 years. That is next to impossible. Every year, new subject will come, and you need to keep pace with that, learn that, and then deliver the topic to the students. So what it requires? Training. Sorry. So you need to equip educators with the skills and knowledge to effectively use AI tools to learn the contents and understand it. And on top of that, prioritize ethical consideration like ensure AI is used responsibly and equitably to benefit all the students. Now, if we are able to balance by fostering a balanced approach to human and AI decision making, we can create a future education equitable. Go through some of the things that we have seen yesterday, but again, how it will be useful is something that we'll see. So this is more or less the 7 principles of AI in education. The first purpose is use AI to help students achieve education goals. That is something at the very basic level. But if you look at the second, compliance, reaffirm adherence to existing policies. Third one is knowledge, promote AI literacy. Fourth one is a balance, realize the benefits of AI and address its risks. The student should be knowing all these things. Otherwise, they'll blindly follow all the contents which are written over there. Then integrity, advanced integrity for academic work. Then agency, maintaining human decision making when using AI. Because all these tools are being prepared by some agency. So you should not fall to the trap of the AI that is being created. Why I'm saying so? Because if I blindly rely on the decision that is being taken by the AI, it is going to harm not only me, it will be harming the students also. And finally, the evolution process regularly assess the impact of AI. So if by making use of Khan Academy, uh, this material, if you can see the second standard or third standard students multiplication arithmetic operation or that understanding is improving, then it is fine. But if it is not improving, then there is really something wrong. It requires another approach in order to handle that situation. So let's have a look at this tree. If you see over here, CS over here stands for computer science. Okay. One should be aware of ethics. One should be aware of the algorithms. One should be aware of what is data, and one should be aware of programming. If all these things are known, then only the integration of AI, robotics, cybersecurity, and data science that makes sense to me. If I don't understand the algorithm, right? Let us say to the Google, I ask, please provide me a path between Ahmedabad to Vadodara. Now it is showing me one path that is 150 kilometers away from my location to the destination, right? So if the Google is not using the shortest path algorithm or Google is not using the fastest route, and I'm simply believing on that thing, then I may be lost. But if I understand what kind of algorithm is being used, so if Google is always looking for the shortest path, but it is, and I know the shortest path is this, but at the same time, there will be heavy traffic, then probably it will give me idea that don't use this path, use the other path to reach over there. The distance may be longer, but it will take less time to reach over there. Promote AI literacy. One should understand what is AI, how it works. If they are control. So AI literacy involves understanding how AI works, its limitation, implication, and ethical consideration. It is crucial to equip individuals with the knowledge and skills to engage responsibly with AI technology. So this particular technology, as we have seen in the previous slide, it requires understanding of computer science, ethics, psychology, data science, and many more things. This we have already seen in the previous lecture. So some of the potential benefits and potential risk of AI is being given over here. Let's touch upon this thing. Plagiarism and academic dishonesty. Right? Now, what happens in India? Correct me if I'm wrong. You might be giving assignment to your student, right? How do you evaluate that assignment? Participants, for a given subject, if you give assignment to your student, how do you evaluate that assignment?
Many times manually, sir.
Sir, but
Even only in COVID period, we just assess.
Sir, we prepare
manually,
rubrics are prepared, sir, based on rubrics.
perfect, perfect. So whenever you are evaluating the assignment, are you considering each and every point of the rubrics?
Not very strictly, sir.
Not very
Yeah,
strictly, right? Now, if some student says, okay, sir, I want to give a digital copy, do you allow him?
digital
I'll,
copy normally not. It should be handwritten only. That's
it should be handwritten. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I have asked 10 questions, and probably if you'll see the assignment, it's a copy of another student's assignment. It happens or not?
Yes, sir. It happened.
Somebody,
Many students copy
Yes,
it.
it happens.
so somebody has written an assignment that is a master copy, and everybody is going to write out of that.
Yes.
Do you think this practice is going to improve the learning outcome of the student?
No.
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 That we all agree? Right. Now,
Right.
in some of the foreign institutes, what they do, they give assignment and they ask them to submit the digital copy of that. But before submission, they want that it should be checked by some plagiarism software. And most of the time it is a Turnitin or Authenticate. So the first scrutiny that they are doing, that it's not a copy. It is not a copy of something which is already available. Even if I'm directly taking it from the book, it shows, okay, it's a plagiarism. So basically what they want, the student should only write the assignment in his or her own words. So I need to read that content, and then based upon my understanding, I have to write it. Then only I can reduce the plagiarism content over there. So if I have to reduce the plagiarism content, it should be my own words that I should be using while answering the question. Now, it is a difficult task for a faculty member. If there are 60 students, right? If the person, the faculty member has to do the plagiarism checking manually in the sense, he's not going to use any software tool, then it would be difficult for him. But the software tool gives the basic scrutiny. Okay, 40% plagiarism is there, 80% plagiarism is there. So faculty is not going to look at that. First, you reduce the plagiarism in a limit, and then only the grading can be done. Right? So this is the advantage of the plagiarism, but the disadvantage is that with the help of this generative AI, you can generate a lot of content which may differ. Maybe it is giving lesser plagiarism, but it may be out of context. So plagiarism and academic dishonesty is one of the potential risks. Then diminished student and teacher agency and accountability, or the relationship between the faculty member and the student may not be a sound one. Then over-reliance and loss of critical thinking will take place if the student will rely on the use of AI tools in order to complete the homework or do the project or whatsoever. So how do we maintain human decision making? So here, AI should just serve in a consultative role. You consider AI as a consultant, but the decision has to be taken by the faculty member. And it is that decision is going to differ from location to location. In urban city, in local area, in remote area, probably depending upon the faculty member who is having over there, based upon the tradition, based upon the lifestyle and all these things, decision may vary a bit. But AI is going to give us same decision for each and every student. We'll try to understand how it can be done. So there are two things that is mentioned over here. On the left-hand side column, it is a personal intelligent assistant, which is nothing but the task of the AI. And second one is a personal KM. Here, KM stands for knowledge management. Personal KM stands for knowledge management. And this knowledge management is nothing, but it has to be done by a person who is having a specific level. So a teacher over here. So what this AI is going to do over here, it will help with the automation, information overload, increase cognitive bandwidth, filter, sort, and navigate information resources. It will provide all the resources available or required in order to have a learning of the student. But the personal management system suggests train and individualize intelligent assistant. Out of whatever information generated by AI, you need to figure it out which should be given to the student. You need to monitor and critically assess the performance intelligent assistant is applying. Like I have already given example that if somebody is using Khan Academy in order to understand the topic, after going through that, if there is an improvement in the learning, then it is fine. But if that improvement is not coming, then there is something wrong with that. Next one is a specialized intelligence. So AI is going to provide a very specialized intelligence for learning in bounded environment. But as a human, what we want a general intelligence. Apply knowledge for strategic level thinking. Translate knowledge across contexts and discern knowledge context via self-reflection. AI is used for codification of knowledge, which will streamline low-level, high-volume knowledge process. And if you look at the collaboration of knowledge, the collaboration of knowledge is more interested in handling complex, non-routine knowledge process. I can write my own note and give that note to the student. But again, that will be from my perspective only. And while preparing the note, probably it will take me a month in order to prepare the note for a given subject. But AI can do the same task for me in a day or in an hour. What I need to do, I have to just go through that. So in a day, I prepared my note. Rest of the 29, 30 days, I should be using to ensure that this content is being digested by the student. If they are having any query, I should be there to solve that query. So again, we'll just compare the human intelligence as well as AI intelligence. So AI requires millions or billions of samples to learn at a level exceeding average human intelligence. But if you look at the human intelligence, it just requires a small number of samples in order to learn that thing. So we call it one-shot versus multi-shot learning. Human intelligence is a one-shot learning and AI intelligence is a multi-shot learning. Then imagination and recitation. AI is having ability to recite, recalling information as it was presented or generated. But when it comes to human intelligence has the ability to form an idea, mental sensation, and concept of phenomena that are not present or they do not exist. AI is not going to create something at this point of time that do not exist. Based upon the data, the samples that is given over there, it will be generating all the data. But as a human, you can just think of anything. Then in 2003, it was found that most of the AI systems, they do not possess multimodal learning ability. Autonomous vehicles, however, they are able to receive inputs from the multiple types of source to make navigational decisions. But like Google car was something that came into the picture, but still we cannot find out Google car on the road. They have integrated lots of sensors over there, but still it is in trial phase. But when it comes to the human intelligence, ability to receive and quickly integrate information from all our senses and use that perceptions to take the decision. So AI is still going to take a lot of time where it will be collecting data from different sources. It will be integrating all the things together in order to take the decision. So till that, our human intelligence level will remain on top. So how we are going to have a balanced AI integration with human-centric approach? The first thing is augmentation, not replacement. The AI tool should be used as a augmenting element. It should not be used to replace the teacher in the classroom. That is the first thing that we need to understand. AI is just going to do all the routine activity, whereas the task of the teacher would be harnessing the information or the sensation quality into the student. Like somewhere I read that probably a writer was there. So when it was asked to the writer that what you are going to do if the AI is going to do your task, so the writer has said if AI is able to do my daily routine tasks, then it is going to give me a lot of time in order to write my poems or imagine something that I'm unable to do right now because I'm busy in completing all the repetitive tasks. We need to understand the limitation of the AI. AI is not having emotional intelligence. AI is not having creativity and ethical reasoning qualities, which is actually required for the holistic development of a student. Then, in order to foster this thing, you need to prioritize the relationship, dedicate time to build trust and rapport with the student. You should encourage empathy, active listening, and open communication. We want to prepare a social manpower or social human being. We don't want to prepare a machine. If you look from this context, then you'll find out that there is no replacement of a faculty member, a educator, or trainer. Then, social emotional learning. Incorporate social emotional learning activities to help students develop emotional intelligence, interpersonal skills, and self-awareness. Adaptive learning platform. So here the student can utilize a learning platform based upon their strength and weakness. And that's a sort of, we can say, customized learning resources that can be given to these students. Data-driven decision. Use analytics, AI analytics to monitor progress and adjust teaching strategies to meet diverse learning needs. So if I know that a student is reading 10 pages per day, so in a week, probably he'll complete the book. He or she will complete the book of 70 pages. And if somebody is reading at a pace of 1 page, then probably he's going to complete it in 70 days. So when I assign a new task to that student, I need to see that what kind of task is given to this student. Creativity, how we can generate a creativity. That can be done when you are having a human-centric task. So you need to encourage critical thinking and creativity to be inculcated into the student. And that can be done just by assigning a project, giving a task that skills that AI cannot replicate. AI literacy is something that I already discussed, that you should make aware the student that what AI is, what is the capability of the AI, and AI can make mistake. AI can generate content which may not be fully correct in a particular context. There has to be a transparency which requires that you ensure ethical AI usage. You cannot allow a student to write an exam by making use of AI tool. Explain how AI tool works and where they can be used, and understand data privacy and security measures. Then there should be a bias awareness. You need to regularly review AI system to identify and address biases that could disadvantage certain student group. Fine. You want to keep faculty members still at the center of learning. So you need to promote teacher development. And that is what we are doing right now. You are attending a FDP, Faculty Development Program. So the teacher should be given sufficient amount of time. They should be encouraged to have a professional training, workshops and resources to help teachers integrate AI effectively while maintaining a human-centric focus. Then you can have a collaborative innovation where you can encourage the teacher collaboration to share best practices and develop innovative strategies for blending AI and human interaction. Balance screen time and offline activity. This is something that we need to avoid because every time we either we are looking at the mobile phone or we are looking at desktop or we are looking at a tablet or something. So our screen time is increasing and that is bringing in a lot of stress that is uh, creating adverse effect on our health. It is creating adverse effect on our visual quality. So you have to have a take-free zones, which will incorporate activities that encourage face-to-face interaction, hands-on learning, and outdoor exploration. Then mindful technology use. During Corona times, if anybody could have visualized that uh, the one who was born in Corona or just prior to the Corona, even 8 month or 9 month baby was having this is what I have seen. The age may be different. If not 8 month or 9 month, maybe a 24 month or a 30-month baby, they were using mobile, right? And certain cases was brought into the certain cases were highlighted where the sensation, the finger sensation was gone, or there was some issue related to the finger and all these things. Some stress was there to the child and all these things. So, mindful use of technology is something that we need to practice all the time. You have to regularly evaluate AI's impact, and that can be done by having a feedback loop. So, if a student is using AI technology to learn, collect a feedback from the student, teachers, and parents on that tools, and try to find out whether they are effective or not. If they are not effective, then these feedbacks can be given to the developer, and they can make some changes over there. Next one is the adjust and improve. Continuously refine AI strategies to ensure that they align with the human-centric goal. Let's understand the strength and limitation of AI that we have already seen, but still I would like to give a different look over here. AI is good at processing large data, identifying pattern, doing automatic tasks, and this can be used for the personalized learning. But when I look at the human brings creativity, emotional intelligence, ethical reasoning, and that is more than sufficient to make it or differentiate human with the AI. Hello? Yeah. Hello. I think somebody is asking question or it's a short of noise. Right, maybe noise. So how we are going to foster collaboration between AI and human? So hybrid model. And teacher should be there. They should be giving input in AI design. That is something that is base required. Transparency we already seen, accountability we have seen, privacy and security issue we have seen. Just give me a second. Just give me a second.
I think we are not hearing any voice. Are you all hearing something? Hello?
No, sir.
I think there is some network issue. We are not able to hear the speaker.
Yes, sir.
Hello. I'm extremely sorry. I had to pick up an important call. I'm really sorry for that.
Okay, sir, no issue.
No problem.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. This we will balance efficiency. Right. So what we need to do, we have to balance efficiency with equity. Avoid over-reliance on AI. Individualize attention. So probably this thing we already covered, but I have represented in a different manner. Now, could you please let me know what this figure is trying to say, what this image is demonstrating? Anybody? Just share your opinion.
Sir, maybe
This
a
is a
teacher teaching by with the help of AI to students,
perfect,
is it?
right,
They are
right.
not using traditional method of board and all. They are just using the smart teaching method with the help of AI.
Definitely, but at the same time, you can look a board at the behind on the back side of the teacher.
I
So
think
Yes,
it's
AI
a
doesn't
virtual
face
learning.
uh,
So is
it's
it
a
AR/VR
combination.
system?
Yes, of course, it is a combination of AR, VR, teacher, then this board and everything. And you can see that every student is having a laptop with them. They are doing something over there. But the teacher is ensuring that everybody is learning from the same context. And this is an AI generated image. You can search this thing on ChatGPT or something. If you search, okay, a future education, generate an image for that, probably this kind of image will be generated. Okay, let me just, this is another image that I have generated from ChatGPT. Is it giving me the same context that we have seen in the previous image, or it's a different?
it's a different, sir.
It's a
I'm
different.
talking about context. Image.
In this, sir, there is no teacher. In
is
earlier
No teacher is
image, one
there.
teacher was there.
Can't you find a teacher over here in this image?
Yeah, a teacher is there, but the role is of assisting just the students.
Yes, of course. So probably AI might be guiding the students to do certain activity. A student is holding a book over here, then a laptop is over here, and probably this student may not be having clear-cut idea of what exactly he or like the AI is talking. So this faculty might be assisting over here. So teacher should not stand closer to this blackboard. They are free to move here and there because AI is taking care of the repetitive tasks. And now, even though personalized education is possible with the AI, but here one-to-one hand holding can be done between teacher and the student. So let us see some of the popular AI tools for the educators. Google Classroom, Grammarly, Kahoot. Google Classroom allows you to uh, create a class. You can upload all your materials over there. You can conduct quiz from the Google Classroom. You can do meeting with the help of Google Meet conferencing tool. Grammarly is a toolbox which is used to correct the grammatical mistakes. So you can write your raw draft, put it into the Grammarly. Grammarly is going to give you the suggestion. Most of the time, over relying on Grammarly is also harmful because it is going to give you some suggestion that is not required. But that can be only uh, uh, of the context of the paragraph or context of the statement or the meaning of the that statement. Then Kahoot is another tool which actually helps the educator to conduct quizzes and games for this assessment. Then advanced AI tools are Squirrel AI, which is basically used for adaptive learning
Kahoot is
platform.
free. Is Kahoot free?
The basic version is free, but
No.
when you go for pro version, you need to give some like they might be asking for surcharges. Then IBM Watson Education, which provides personalized learning path similar to the Carnegie Maths one. Then Socratic is a AI-driven homework help tool. Let's have a look at some of the AI tools. One for personalization and of learning experience. So Newsela is something which will adjust the reading level of the current event article based on the student's reading ability, and it improves comprehension and engagement. So these are very specific tool for a particular task. Then personalized learning. So Dreambox learning is one that gives personalized math lesson, and it is going to adapt that thing in a real time to meet the student's need. Then Carnegie Learning Methia is an intelligent this tutoring system that offers a real-time feedback and personalized tutoring, mimicking human tutor support. Then Great Scope is something that can be used for automatic administrative tasks of the teacher. Microsoft's learning tool that supports students with disability. So if a student is having certain disability, they can use this tool to improve reading comprehension for a student like suffering from dyslexia, providing text decoding and immersive reading solution. Then virtual and augmented reality for immersive learning. So Lester's virtual technology, it is going to generate certain simulations so that you can learn things in a visual manner. But this one is not free. That I have tried, but you need to take you need to pay something in order to use this one. Then continuous professional development for educators like us, Coursera, edX, and FutureLearn. These are some of the tools that can be utilized in order to improve our understanding of a subject. The Turnitin is one of the best tools that we have to use in order to ensure that the plagiarism content is less or it is acceptable for paper publication, whether it is in journal, whether it is in book, whether it is in conference. Then Newton is another tool which does personalized education or generates a personalized education content based on the student's learning pattern. And Carnegie Learning, it provides AI-driven personalized math education. Then ChatGPT, Alex, EduBrite, Watson Education by IBM, that provides insights into students' learning and performance. If you wish, we can use this Duolingo, which is a personalized language learning platform. So if you wish to learn a language, you can use this Duolingo. Khan Academy, we have already seen adaptive problem solving practice. Carnegie Learning, it is a AI powered math tutoring, but to the best of my knowledge, you're not having direct access of that. You need to uh, access that by paying something. Okay, this we have already seen. This tiny wow again we have seen. Okay, that's it from my end for today. Now, probably if you are having some questions, so we can discuss upon the questions.
Sir, will you please share your PPT with us?
There are certain contents that I might have to remove, but yeah, of course it can be.
Yes, sir. So basic knowledge we can do with it.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. This is Shailesh here. I'm
How are you? Okay.
I'm audible.
Yeah, you're clearly audible.
Yeah, sir. I'm faculty of mechanical engineering department. Now the
Hmm.
NAP has introduced Python, MATLAB, AI, and IoT subjects for the mechanical students.
Right.
Generally, what happened, we call the computer science faculty to teach those subjects. But
Right.
what I thought I am interested, so I want to teach those subjects to my students. So
Hmm.
is there actually in the while doing the engineering or MTech, I haven't gone through these subjects. So these are the new
Hmm.
subjects for me. So is there
Right.
any platform through which I can get in-depth or very good knowledge of this subject? So can I teach my students very well?
Like Coursera is one such platform where you can get idea how to teach the subject.
Mm-hmm.
And similarly, you can go with NPTEL courses. They are having some videos available over there.
Okay.
And the best part when you are teaching this subject to your student would be that
Mm-hmm.
you are always going to bring the mechanical flavor into that subject rather than focusing on the computer concept. So you are going to use computer science as a tool, but your focus would be how you are going to improve the uh, issues that students are facing when solving a problem for
Mm-hmm.
mechanical application.
Okay. So is there any platform which are giving me
You
some
can use
ideas or samples about the
you can use
mechanical
NPTEL. There are a lot of
NPT?
courses available over there. You can search
Mm-hmm.
and find out the one which is most appropriate
Mm.
uh, from your perspective.
Okay, sir.
Because these subjects which is being introduced for other department,
Mm.
they are a bit superficial. They just touch upon the basic concept of the IoT and all these things. They don't
Yes,
want you
yes.
to get the detail.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
yeah, so even by just attending some of the lectures or just looking at some of the video, it can be done.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
another issue is whether we can teach in computer faculty. If you have 10, 15 years of experience in IT industry, does NEP allow that? Because sometimes we feel that we need more people in computers and we are not finding people there. So we have to, people from
Sir,
other departments have to be invited, right?
to the base of my understanding, AICTE and UGC is having a provision of adjunct professor where you can induct faculties from industry to teach your students. Hello?
Adjunct means temporary position, right? Where he can work in industry
Yeah,
and
yes,
colleges.
of course. So the idea is that if some person is working in industry in AI for last 20 years, so probably he is having a knowledge that others are not having in academics. So the advantage of that knowledge can be taken up.
Sir, it might be a professor of practice. If he,
Yes,
hello,
yes, please.
yeah, it might be the professor of practice, which is given by
Yes,
the UGC and AICT, if he might
right,
have the
right,
large experience.
right, right.
Thank you, sir, for conducting such an engaging and thought-provoking session. Your discussion on balancing human and AI decision making has offered us valuable insights and perspectives. Participants, if you have any doubts, you can ask. Okay, so I will conclude the session. Balancing human and AI decision making in education involves integrating AI tools like ChatGPT, TinyWow, and Khan Academy thoughtfully without blind reliance. AI should complement human strengths such as creativity, empathy, and critical thinking, while addressing its limitation and contextual understanding, and ethical judgment. The collaboration between humans and AI can enhance efficiency and personalization in learning. But maintaining human oversight is crucial to foster genuine connections and ensures ethical outcomes. Educators must understand AI's strength, data processing, and scalability alongside human strength like emotional intelligence and decision making. By realizing AI's potential benefits and addressing its risks, such as bias and over dependence, we can promote responsible use. Emphasizing the synergy between AI and human will help sustain human decision making as the foundation, ensuring education remains as a space for meaningful growth and connection. Thank you, sir. Thank you for having with us today.
Thank you so much for inviting me and allowing me to have an interaction with the faculty members. So
Yes.
thank you, everyone. If you allow, can I leave the session now?
Yes, sir, you can.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. Participant, we will start the next session within 2 minutes.
Please give some 5 minutes. Do we have feedback form?
Hello, Vikrant sir. Vikrant sir, are you there? Hello, Nichit sir, are you there? Hello, Nichit sir, are you there? Hello, Vikrant sir, are you there? Dear participants, there is some problem from our speaker's side, so we will start shortly. Richard sir, dear participants, there is an internet connection problem at the speaker's side, so be patient. We will start shortly.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
what about the feedback link?
Feedback link is already shared for the session 9 in that session only.
We didn't receive, madam. If possible, just resend.
Hello. Hi, good evening, all.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Sorry for my late. Actually, I was not able to join.
Okay.
Okay,
No.
let me know my screen is visible.
Okay. So let me
Sharing.
give you the introduction about you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you allow my screen sharing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can share. So let me introduce Vikrant, sir. We are delighted to welcome you, sir. Vikrant sir is senior software engineer with over 7 years of experience, specializing in fintech technologies and digital payment solutions. Despite his relatively young career span of 7 years, Mr. Nachit has already established himself as an innovator in leveraging AI for educational tools and applications. His expertise in designing AI driven solutions for formative assessments promises to provide us with fresh perspectives and actionable insights. He contributed to key projects for the National Payment Corporation of India, the regulatory body driving the enhancement of India's digital payment ecosystem. He has collaborated with leading banks including Kotak Mahindra Bank, HDFC Bank, and Indian Post Payments Bank to develop user-friendly payment system focused on ease of access and AI-assisted financial transactions. He played a pivotal role in promoting the Digital India initiative by creating innovative solutions that foster the adoption of digital payments across diverse user bases. Expertise in integrating AI technologies to improve user assistance, streamline payment processes, and enhance security within digital payment platforms. Presented research on new approach for providing adaptable curriculum enrichment through teaching, learning, and evaluation at ICTIEE 2023, showcasing insight into innovative educational frameworks and adaptive learning methods. He proven to track record in designing scalable, secure, and efficient software architectures to meet the evolving demands of the financial sector. He is committed to leveraging technology for social and economic impact, focusing on digital transformation, financial inclusion, and user consecutive years 2021, 22, 23, and 24 for outstanding contribution to software engineering and project success. He is having 4 years of experience as an assistant professor at a prestigious institution, encouraging students' engagement in research and development activities related to vehicle innovation and green technologies. He guided students in exploring cutting edge solutions, fostering research initiatives in sustainable transportation and advanced technological advancements. Let us all extend a warm welcome to Mr. Nachir as he leads us through his insightful session. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for your introduction.
Yes, sir.
So it was nice to see you all uh, in a very full pack sessions related to AI-driven educational technologies for enhanced teaching and learning as a part of ATAL FDP. I hope my screen is visible to you all, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes, so within an introduction, you might have come to know that I have a good experience in teaching as well, in academics as well, and in IT industries as well. So there are means going to this AI assessments and use of AI in education technology. whenever we think of this word and whenever we try to introduce this in either in our curriculum, either in assessments of students in say training and placements thing and all those things, so it becomes very critical. And I know you might have faced different challenges. So I'm here to discuss with you the challenges which I have faced as an part of training and placement sale of my company, and as an academician or as an teacher and as an assistant professor who has worked in educational institutes. So to me, AI has been, we are actually using AI extensively in software development in many of the fields, right from a code development to a project development to a project management and delivery and all those things. But apart from that, when we talk about AI in education technologies, so this become a very good topic, especially when there are a lot of tools in AI industries. There are a lot of things you can do in curriculum and all those things. But when it comes to student-centric and teacher-centric process, so all those have a different impact, and this impact can be collaboratively on overall the digital education system which we are trying to develop in our country or across the country. So it has its huge impact. So in this session, I will try to cover what are the challenges which are faced in the enhancing feedback, means what are the assessments and what challenges we face in taking a feedback from students. When we try to do assessments, as you all know, you all are familiar with the formal assessment process, but when it comes to an AI, so there are certain things which need to be taken into consideration. I will also be discussing the general challenges while doing formative or different type of assessments which we have in academics, especially. To just continue with this session, I will be giving you some list of tools you can incorporate in assessment or assessing students' feedback using different AI tools. I will be discussing some hurdles for using AI tools in day-to-day academic activities. So these academic activities may consist of your lectures, your other activities or administrative activities and all those things. And then I will be concluding the session. So to be very quick and to be very specific, when we talk about AI in digital education, so as in industry, we mostly use AI for just creating a first draft, preparing a document, or just refactoring the emails, taking the grammar. You can see that most of the students, most of the teachers, and most of the people who are actually working in industry use ChatGPT as its most famous or most commonly used tools. Grammarly especially is used for researchers, and in industry also we use for preparing final draft of FSD and all those things. But this is the thing that about 86% of students are already using AI in their studies, and especially while writing the assessments, assignments which are given by the teachers. And I don't know whether in which respect you are testing or you are, what I can say, assessing the assessments, but if you give more theoretical assessments to the students, you can easily find out the language by which the student has gone through the assessment. Or this might be seen in the projects, final year projects also, that in what way students are using the AI as their, what I can say, real buddy actually, to summarize the document, to prepare the different draft and to prepare different assessments. So this is just a summary, but as you can see that 69% of student or 69% of student seek information from ChatGPT. So this is very clear and very crystal. Many times when I work with my team closely, there are certain what I can say my colleague who are not actually uh, very sound or very expertise in speaking English or very expertise in say formal communication with client and all those things. So you can see the second is check grammar is 42%. So this is not about academics. This is in industry also. So I see my colleagues using ChatGPT for most of the client email replies, preparing the formal structure of the email, checking the email in a very structured manner. But is this making sense, or is this very what I can say formal, or is this very genuine for using this ChatGPT tool for formal emails, all that thing? So this is the thing which can need to be addressed. So I have a case study where I said you that my colleague was not so much proficient in English. We used to use the ChatGPT for making formal communication with clients, but as a day or later, when I noticed his performance over say 4 to 5 months, so he started speaking some of the chat GPT words. He started communicating, or he started giving reply immediately to the client on different platforms we have. So this was the change in which I think he has actually come up with a good part of the thing. When it comes to the second part of the thing, where whenever there is dependency, so if you're depending on something tool, which is an AI driven for some formal communication, or say in student contest, in formal assessments and all those things. So whether the student is learning, this is the biggest question. And if you come across randomly to 20, 30 students, you will see that they are just copy pasting all those things and nothing has been accomplished actually. Third point is very important. That is summarizing documents or paraphrasing documents. Uh, Now, before AI and after AI, if you see the quality of content which students are actually including in their say final report, or whenever we talk about in our contest, whenever we need to uh, provide the root cause analysis of any issues which we have faced. So before was like something they used to take 2 or 3 hours to properly structure the document, properly paraphrase the document, properly arrange the document. Now you can see this time is reduced to say 15 or 20 minutes. Anyone can summarize the document, anyone can paraphrase the document easily without taking much efforts mentally. They can do these things as well. So whenever I was a student or when I was a teacher, I used to take say 1 or 2 days to carefully observe the report of my students, project report, especially of my students. I used to give them different suggestion on that. I used to means directly read out the entire report, giving them some grammatical mistakes, giving them some corrections and all those things. But today, when I talk about these things, that time has been reduced. I directly use the tool, use this document to them. They directly give me the different inputs. You might have used Grammarly, you might have used Turnitin, or any tool which you are using. So everything you can give, but the intensity by which my error handling and my mistaken whatever the students used to do mistakes and my way to rectify has been changed, has been digital. But it was more likely when we used to give informal way. The student used to take very much seriously when you used to give written mistakes over their project report. Okay, so this is something what I can see is a major change in today's contest of industry, today's contest of academics and all those things. So this is just a summary. It is very crystal clear that many of the students, many of the faculties, many of the industry person, we also use different AI tools for different types of activities, uh, whatever we perform. So, so feedback is very important point when we try to do certain types of assessments, right? Whenever we take interviews or whenever we plan for certain assessment test for the students or the interns which we hire, so the feedback is very important point which needs to be addressed, and this feedback needs to be given in very proper way. I remember earlier days, so teachers used to give a very good feedback that you need to look on these topics, you need to focus on this and things. But I don't think there are some AI tools which actually do not do so. And the first important point is misinterpretation of open-ended responses. So think on open-ended questions which you give to your students, right? And if you collaborate this with AI tools, for example, whenever we talk about NLP, so to train the NLP model, it itself take for a simple functionality, it itself take 2 or 3 months to develop that particular model. Now, in this case, if you are taking the help of AI tool, and if you are giving open-ended responses or open-ended questions to the students, and if they try to answer you in very unconventional terminology, say they try to explain you the Newton's third of law of motion with example, so it becomes very difficult for AI to give them the, what I can say, the proper assessment, proper interpretation of misinterpretation of open-ended responses which are provided by them certain functionality, taking into consideration NLP models. So that models to be refined takes more than 2 or 3 months, so that the model answers understands your domain of the project or domain of the product, and based on that it tries to enhance the feedback. So it becomes very difficult for a newly trained model, and to expect that AI will give you fair responses, so it will not happen anyways. Next is lack of contextual understanding. Now, this is very important parameter when it comes to our end, means when we have means the placement test at our offices, or when we have the online test of different interns, different hiring teams with us. So what actually we give to students, we are asking any data structure algorithm to students and ask them to how they will handle this logic and all those things. But as in CS person, or as you know that there are different ways to solve any programming language or any programming program, right? If you take Java, any language you take, irrespective of language. So if you give one program to students, he can answer those program in 2 or 3 different ways. Okay, there might be one, there might be one structural way, there might be one very easy way, right? And when you give the students this type of programming question, student can come up with answer in different ways. Or whenever we used to assess the theory paper of students, student sometimes directly gives the answers to you. Some students are there, they give stepwise procedure and then come up to the answer. But if this kind of situation happens with any AI tool, so it becomes a problem here, and AI tool may override your means different AI-based evaluation, and you might get different feedback which you were expecting from AI. Any tool you take. So this is, I think, a very important parameter, lack of contextual understanding. Still, it can be addressed, but again, it requires rigorous training, and I don't think this can be trained over an academics thing. Third point is very important, which is overloading students with feedback. Now, this is very important point, but whenever you might have engineering graphic subjects in your curriculum if you are an engineering background, right? So whenever you try to give feedback on engineering drawing, whichever the student has been prepared, okay, and to analyze AI with the help of some diagrams, and as trying to assess with the help of AI, different AI tools, right? So it becomes very difficult to AI to understand that what are the critical errors in that, or what are the minor errors which are being faced. So whenever you assess the drawing sheet manually or with the traditional approach, you may find many errors in that, which comes in the form of dimensions, which might be comes in the form of different lines which are used in drawing the that particular machine drawing, or all those things. But this minor errors cannot be found on basis of using any AI tool you take. Okay, so this becomes an again an unfair for the student as well and for teacher as well, since he has not able to assess the student based on whatever the drawing engineering drawing he has drawn. So this is one challenges in the feedback. Next is difficulty in addressing higher order thinking. Now, as you have seen, there are 3 points which are very major. When you come in assessing the different higher order thinking, or when you give the students an innovative project, or when you give students an assessment which is more practically based, at that time uh, AI has certain points, means you need to train your AI with certain sets of rubrics, with certain sets of points which are there in might be there in your COPO mapping, or you might have some rubrics which you have followed, right? But when it comes to the higher order thinking uh, problem statements, then you have to intervene manually. So you have to take help of manual intervention plus AI. And again, your work is actually increased in this case because you need to give these assessments to AI tool. So AI will assess those on base of rubrics. Again, you need to go to each and every student's uh, answer or every student statement. You have to assess the students on basis of the parameter, and then you need to combine the results. So actually your work has been increased in this case. So it's your choice then which type of tool you use. So this is the major problem which we have, dependency on high quality training data. Now, even though we are in a very digital world, very AI based world, but there are numerous problems which we are facing in our day-to-day activities with quality of data and training of that data with the help of different AI approaches. So when it comes to banking, we have large amount of data with us, but that large amount of data is scattered in different ways. And to process the AI in terms of say the infrastructure requirement or in terms of user specific requirement is very high. Just to give a practical example, you might have done video KYC with any of the bank, right? So in video KYC, you know that you have to share your mobile phone screen. You have to give all the details to the bank representative who is again another seated another at remote location, and say you are giving all those video KYC thing from your mobile phone. Now, what if you get a mobile call in between whenever you are performing video KYC? In that case, your video KYC will never happen, which again end up with an frustrated user. And when the user is frustrated, he directly goes to bank. He says no to video KYC. I will go to bank. I will open my bank account and I will do all those formalities. Okay. So this is also a very important parameter. And while using AI with educational aids, this also is you need to train the model, and this training of the model is again very difficult for you people because again there are many constraints for it. So these are the 5 challenges in enhancing feedback. Now I will talking about uh, challenges in reducing bias. So before going to this, can you tell me any challenges which you are means whenever you are doing the assessments of students, what challenges you face in traditional approach? Yes, right. Any other? Okay. So I will tell you the story actually. So whenever you try to do the traditional assessment of students, so there are many things which are involved. Since I was teacher, and if I want to assess say 60 papers in a day, so my my efficiency of assessing the students is decreasing, and it depends upon several factors such as my mood while while doing the assessment of that particular students. Again, if I get some call from say my company or say my school regarding anything, then again my approach changes, and there are again my assessment actually ends up in bias with some students. While whenever I am assessing my first 10 papers in traditional approach, my efficiency is really great. I look out to the every answer which has been given by the students. But as soon as I start assessing 11th paper, my answers are fitted in my mind, and I start giving more marks to the students based what I can say data or traditional uh, assessment techniques which I have faced. Now taking into consideration the AI things, so actually we are trying to reduce the bias. So whenever you go with the training data which has been provided by the university and you are trying to assess. Hello, I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, sir, audible.
You are
Yeah.
audible.
Yes. Yes. So whenever I try to come up with different sets of diverse set of students with them, so their writing skills, their problem solving approach. As in India, you can see that every 50 kilometer the languages change, and the schools also have different set of very cursive writing. If you go in say English medium or say Marathi or Hindi medium students, so they write very simple English. But as soon as you see cursive language written by any students, so it is very difficult to understand to the professor itself. So how he will grade and what grades he will give, even though he has written the proper answers. So this is again one point of discussion. So bias in training data is always there, and if you are giving this assessments to diverse set of students, diverse culture students, and if you are giving this input to AI and ask them to solve the questions, so solve them the ask them to assess the whatever answers they have written. So again, it becomes very difficult for AI to understand the data sets which are being used. So for that, you need to have very regular audits of AI models which you are using for assessments. Reinforcing system inequalities. Now this is very good thing which AI has means you might be using Grammarly, you might be using Turnitin, right? So if you are giving them a very good polished submission report, then it is possible for AI to give you proper set of assessments as you might have assessed different project reports of your students. So in many way, they are not using formatting. They have used any old formats. They have used any, say the image has been merged with the content. So if you get such kind of report and if you try to assess this report with the help of AI tools, then definitely you will be ending with different rubrics which you have not decided. So it is very simple. In traditional assessment, you can easily identify those gaps. You can ask students to come up with the formats which is decided by the university or formats which is given by the autonomous college or institutes. Okay, so student may or may not adhere to that formats, but if an unformatted report is given to AI, then there is a problem. Okay. Next is cultural lack of cultural sensitivity. This also comes with this is actually more related to the science background students where AI been asked for uh, assess different cultural events or there are some open forum discussions which are going on with the help of day-to-day activities which are in news actually the things if you ask the questions related to the cultural sensitivity of any topic if you take any trending topic of say Trump has won election and you need to provide that whether it will be benefit to India or not and all those things. So in this case AI needs to be trained in different models. AI need to be trained in different cultures which are followed on different part of globe. So again, this becomes a very important parameter while assessing this type of questions. Next is over reliance on AI evaluation. As I said earlier that you need to maintain a proper balance while doing assessments with the help of AI tools and with the help of traditional assessment approaches which you follow. because many a times it is observed that so this was the latest case which happened with us. So whenever we had given one assessment pre-assessment test for say 90 to 100 students across the globe, across the India, so this test was conducted online. This was conducted on a simple Google form which we all use, and this test was for 1 hour. Okay. So what the students does, out of 100, 98 students had secured 60 out of 58 marks. Obviously, this was area under research which we were trying to, and you will be surprising that out of 60, 58 students means 58 marks was uh, almost given to all the students, means 90 plus students were having 58 marks as it's their base marks. And out of this, the programming questions which we have asked, so their rating was average, and whatever theory questions we have asked for the students or practical based scenarios which we have asked, so out of 90 students who have got 58 marks, 60 students were having same answers and which were from ChatGPT. So this was again what I can say, really big task for us to uh, tackle up with these things. But as we have different tools, so we have tried to improve the assessment or pre-placement activities in our organization to avoid different types of scenarios. Even if you have the A assisted means instructor assessment test. So it is again very difficult for that instructor to look upon 100 people who are working or who are giving the test. There are 99% chances that they will miss at least 50 or 60% of students who are doing cheating. So this is again over reliance of AI on evaluations. So whatever the challenges we face. So bias in adaptive assessments. So again, whenever we give assessment to any kind of students, right? So suppose if there are 60 students in your class, so we do not give separate assessment to separate 60 students. So it is very difficult, I understand, to prepare 60 different questions. But there are many possibilities that you might do some groups. You might prepare the question based on students' IQ. You might group the students based on IQ, based on their understanding, and for that particular group, you give a set of questions, because it is highly unfair that you also know that you get students from different areas, different marks they have. So you might get students in your classroom who have 100 out of 99 marks in MST CAT, who have again 50 to 40 marks. Same students are in same class, and it really become difficult if you give them a similar kind of problem, which the same type of assessment is given to same type of students, different types of students, right? So it becomes very bias while assessing the student based on different categories. Although I understand that if you categorize the students, then it may have impact on their minds, it may have impact on their brains, but you can polish the assessment in such a way that they will be assessed based on their whatever the knowledge they have, whatever the knowledge they have gained through your lectures and through different sources. Again, the challenges which main challenges, I think this is an overall challenge which anyone who is using AI are not secured. That is 100% sure. Because if you open the applications which are AI powered, you directly give them permission of your phone, permission of your gallery, permission of your microphone, permission of your contacts, permission of your emails, and everything is in their hand. So if you miss to use the tools which are privacy concerns or which are not secured, then again you will end up with something else. And this is very important parameter for us also. There are many aspects in our projects that our projects have been hacked by some or other entity. And as you know that data today, money is not important, data is very important. And if you are using student data and giving this input to any kind of AI tool, you take any kind of AI tool, I'm again repeating. So you are giving the data in the hand of third person. Okay. So whatever the compliance they follow, whatever the compliance the tool may use, but if it is the data is in third party handling, then your privacy concerns and your student data is in wrong hand. That means student directly search, go on ChatGPT, try to search many things, and they ask the question to teachers based on whatever the searching they have. So this is actually good thing if it is curious, but teacher resistance to use AI or use proper utilization of AI for solving their assessment or for their personal growth is very proper knowledge with proper inputs. And if you are giving inputs of our project to any kind of AI tools, then again it comes in privacy concern, and again you may end up with different kind of things. Actually, the whatever data you are asking to these AI tools, actually you are training the AI models to be more efficient. You are giving AI input, giving input to AI tools, and you are also giving solutions to them. Sometimes it happens, but it is not possible that AI will replace the teachers. So this is there is no need of discussion on this, because teachers are the primary source of knowledge, I think, and using AI tool for their betterment, for their convenience, for student assessment. But that is the other thing. But there is nothing that AI can replace teachers. Traditional teachers are again more respected than chat GPTs uh, over the globe. So I will just go through the tools which you can use for different types of category uh, for your assessment. Again, I'm telling you, so AI tools which are you using or you are trying to use in your uh, say academics things. So you are giving the data to the simple hand data to the owners who are using this tool. So first tool is AI powered tool for instant grading and analysis. So you might have used Gradescope. So we actually use Gradescope in our organization to do the detailed analysis of the interns who come to us, and whether they are able to solve the problem based on different uh, rubrics and different say data at the time. Okay, so we use Gradescope, but the problem with the Gradescope is that it has very standardized grading practices. So if you are using Gradescope, then obviously it is very good tool, and you can use over different, what I can say, different assessment of submission, whichever the tool is used. So you can use Gradescope for MCQ questions, short answers, and it gives you significant amount of time. But when it comes to open-ended questions, again, you need something to be intervened. You need something to be provide proper insights to that particular set of questions. And you can use this Gradescope with different LMS tool such as model, canvas, and all those things. You can integrate very easily, but it is not an open source tool. So you have to pay, and you might be known to Turnitin. So Turnitin is nothing, means Gradescope is by Turnitin. Okay, but you have very limited features with the free plan. And whenever you go to say practical sessions, you can use this for a free plan, which has very limited free features. But when it comes to the mass, say 60 to 90 students, so again, it depends upon how, what I can say, how flexible your management is with this kind of tools. But again, privacy is again biggest concern, because the student data is stored and it has been used. Second type of tool is Khan Academy or Codio. So these are the best open source tools which you can use. So it is for custom content for engineering specialization. So you can have different learning paths for different students. You can categorize students based on different learning of the students. And obviously, this is very versatile tool. But again, it has Khan Academy is the 100% free with no any hidden charges for that. And if you are planning to self-paced learning, then you can go with this. And one thing to note here is it has very good video content, very good high quality videos are there. But again, it is limited to say whenever we talk about the coding or programming exercise. So the content is very basic level, and it is less suited for say higher education or professional level, what I can say courses which need to be do. Again, you can go for Codia also. So it is a very good tool for you to learn different programming languages, and it has very interactive uh, development environment. You can directly you can actually do the hands of coding with the help of Codio, but again there are certain limitations. So it is again a paid subscription for most of the features, but you can give these tools to the student if the batch is of limited what I can say limited students. Okay. So next tool is automated question analysis. So to
Is
improve
Code
technical
IO free?
improve technical question decisions. So this is an Edmonton exact path. So again, it is so if you are trying to give some diagnostic assessments to the students, or you are trying to give the personalized learning paths to student, say certain group of students, then you can use this Edmonton exact path. Also, it is very what I can say flexible for Canvas and Classroom also. So you can also integrate this tool with Google Classroom and Canvas, and you can create a curriculum which is more aligned to your subject. And again, it is very the main feature of this tool is that it can be accessible on desktop, tablet, and mobile device anywhere. So this again is a standout feature of Edmonton exact path. But again, uh, it has actually different digital tools are again collaborated with this Edmonton exact path, and so you need to have a good understanding of this software actually before or this tool actually before using it. But I will not suggest since it is again what I can say uh, expensive. Next is speech and writing analysis. So all of you are familiar with Grammarly. So you might have used Grammarly for uh, your real-time grammar and spelling corrections. You might have used for plagiarism detection and vocabulary enhancement. But as you know that this is I think paid. This is a paid tool, and approximate cost of this is I think 1,000 to 1,200 I think per month. I don't know the latest rate, but again it is quite flexible tool. If you are using, you are asking to student to use this for say 1 or 2 months where it is wherever it is needed, then you can ask student or group of student to use Grammarly and enhance their writing skills and writing presentations with the help of Grammarly. Next is Speechmatics. So you might have known about this tool. So it is an AI-driven speech-to-text platform. So wherever the transcription is needed and wherever the means wherever there is a need of transcription for any students, or wherever you need some captioning, or if you want to analyze the video of say one of the important personal of that particular subject, then you can use this Pitchmatics, and it has actually 48 plus language support, and it has different features by which you can have the real time and batch processing for live scenarios. Means anyone who is giving the speech in say it is a live speech, and if you want to analyze the live speech, or if you want to analyze your lecture with the help of Speechmatics, then it can be very useful for you as well to enhance yourself. Actually, it is very for if you use this for means for educational purpose, then they might be means you might negotiate them, but it is again there is a cost constraint with the help of for Speechmatics. So it is based on pay per user model, and for say per minute they are charging, for 12 to 18 rupees. So again, this makes something different. And this is again one limitation of switchomatics, that it is heavily, so it is very it is very costly. And there are certain language which detection is not problem, where the detection is problem with the help of switchomatics. So I will not go through this. So yes, so AI-based free assessment. So you might be familiar with Turnitin. Again, this is very for say research papers, enhancing the academic publication. But it has very good features, and you can integrate this with again you might use this Turnitin with AI-based feature. AI written detection is also possible if you have that particular option customized in Turnitin, and it has different language and regional support. Okay, so if you are trying to buy this for individual needs, so for per paper or per paper submission, they are charging around 500 to 1,500 rupees. So this is a very good tool, peer feedback with AI assistant. So peer grade is very good tool, and we are using for uh, we are using this to assess the critical thinking of students. So it is assessment based on peer feedback, and it actually allows to submit students assignment and review each other assessments anonymously, and it provides very constructive feedback based on student performance. So it helps student to promote active learning. It also helps student to use encourages critical thinking. And most important with this tool is that it saves teachers time, so that your assessment time is been saved. And since it has anonymous reviews, so you will get a very good and honest feedback from students. So it is not actually open source tool. So there is also paid subscription for that, depending upon number of students and depending upon individual contributors. So disadvantage is that uh, actually with the help of this tool, what we have analyzed that it is very difficult to intervene in students' feedback. If you want to give as a teacher's feedback to any kind of assessment solved by that particular student, then this tool will not give you what I can say access to give you your teacher's feedback. So it has limited control over student. It is more student-centric assessments, and obviously it is again not ideal for all kinds of assessments or all kinds of subjects. Ideal uses to do the group project activities, do the skill developments, and if I want to have certain kind of means discussion topics, so you can use this peer grade. Reducing teacher workload using so automate grading of complex engineering problem. So grade scope already I have discussed, and AutoCAD built-in AI. So this is what you need to explore. But if you are using MATLAB for different what I can say coding assessment, then you can use say this built-in AI tool. So this is the tool which is we are using extensively, which is a gamified feedback. And whatever the tools up to now I have seen, or up to now I have given you the explanation of the different tools. This tool is very versatile, and this can be used to assess students to for active participation. This is very good tool actually, coding game. So we have some coding game exercises with us, and we actually give to some intern students, and it has given us students or us a very good visual representation and analysis of what students have uh, achieved up to now, say for duration of 6 months. And it is very what I can say, it is a more than means you have real time competitors. Means say if you have a group of 62 students, they will be competing each other, and there might be some live coding battles happening over there, and you will get or the means different challenges you can give to your students, and you can actually use this tool to diversify students based on their expertise. Suppose we need certain we need a students from, say, he should have a good sound in Java programming. So someone who is having good AI model knowledge. So we can segregate those and we can come up with different set of students based on their learning insights, and we can have a very good amount of what I can say data and analysis of student. Now, what are the different hurdles for using AI tools in academic activity? So, as many of you might be from academics background as well. So, whenever we used to take a lecture or whatever the COPO mapping you have done for your subject specific, what I can say, lectures. So, you obviously need to align AI with lectures and do its mapping accordingly. But again, uh, I can understand due to the different situation which come to your day-to-day activities. So our lectures are not that much aligned to AI, or our assessments are not that much aligned towards the AI tools usage. So it becomes very difficult to adapt AI generated contents in your learning objectives and assessment criteria. So it is very difficult. Now there are different, as a teacher, I can understand that you have different time crunch and you have different administrative tasks, and asking you to adapt AI tools in your teaching and learning practices. So it requires very what kind rigorous effort, because you need to segregate your content, your syllabus based on the different students category you have, different learning, what I can say, different Bloom's taxonomy levels. You have your own CO mappings. You have again other mapping as well, and taking into consideration all those things to enhance AI in day-to-day learning activities. I think this is the biggest hurdle, that you are not actually focused on, means we are not actually are focused on the learning only and building or enhancing the our lecture knowledge or enhancing the student knowledge. Next is inadvocate infrastructure. Now, this is the real story. Since I was trying to join from 7:15, I was not able to join on time. So this was might be my laptop issues or anything has happened. So in spite of having good connectivity, I was facing hurdle to join this session. So imagine there are 50 to 60 classrooms across you, and everyone is using net or internet connectivity. I don't think it will be as efficient as it could be. Okay, so infrastructure is biggest hurdle to use AI tools that much effectively. And most of the tools which I have discussed has some paid subscription, and it again need a very strong administrative support. Even if your college has agreed to pay or agreed to use that particular tool, so what is the usage or what is the daily usage of that tool also depends upon who are using that tool very effectively, and what are the different guidelines, or whether the guidelines for that particular AI tools are being followed or not. This is again a real question mark. And last but not least is student engagement. So as you know that student can easily seek knowledge from different resources. Okay, so why they will use your tool, and what are the key things or what are the parameters by which you can use AI tool for uh, your students, for enhancing your lectures, for enhancing your assessments. So student engagement is obviously very important, but the lack of awareness of students, lack of patience in student is very, what I can say, a disaster in today's day-to-day activity. Students don't have patience to what I can say, solve assessments, to follow the proper rubrics which you have given to students. So this is a really big problem which I face in today's contest. So yes, for this, I will conclude that whenever you are using AI tool, you make sure that there is AI plus human intervention. So you need to have proper intervention while using that particular tool, whichever you select. And so you try to enhance the feedback and minimize bias depending upon whatever the questions you ask, whatever the students answers. And depending upon the situation, which tool you will be using for enhancing students' ability for critical thinking. So again, this is a very big question mark in front of me, because we are also using AI for different, but I don't think it is that much effective it would be. So yes, thank you very much. Any questions from your side? I will happy to answer.
Assessing students, it's very difficult because
Yeah,
uh, because assignments, project reports, everything is generated. Even papers are being generated.
yeah.
So how do you assess students? That's a big challenge. Whether they do it genuinely or not, no
Actually,
matter what.
this was the question. Means from we actually conducted one project-based assignment for our interns. Means just 1 month ago, and I have asked, means we have asked student to use every possible, what I can say, solution they can. Okay. So out of this 60 to 70 students, the challenge is that they are not able to use effectively the AI tools. That means they are not able to ask questions to ChatGPT itself, how they will solve and what they will solve. And when it comes for assessment, we try to assess, say, 10 to 20 assessments. Most of the things are right away taken from ChatGPT or Gemini and all those things. So here, actually, human intervention is required. So that is why the traditional, I told you, na, that traditional way of assessment, especially for project, is very good. You easily understand that student have done copy paste from one another source. But to make control on it, uh, so you may use different tools such as Turnitin, but I don't know how effectively they will be for assessment of that particular students. But I understand your pain. So you will get same answers from same students, say 20 or 30. Yes, so for that we need to have trained models, and for training the models you actually require a huge amount of data, huge amount of memory and everything. Yes,
Digital
Vinay.
content is not helping students focus. That's what I find. And I think recently in Sweden, they switched back to hard
Right.
copies.
Yes, yes, I agree with that. It is not about students also. So whatever the new students come to us now, so they are not that much patient. They are not able to, means they don't have patience to listen the problem statement properly. They try to finish the thing in, say, 2 3 hours without thinking what they are doing. So it becomes very critical for us as an working with the student set of students actually. So I told you now that we conducted one just a simple test to understand what students do. So out of 190 students, secured 58 marks. But when we have taken the interviews of the students, out of 100, only 2 students were selected. So this is also one thing you can do. You can interview students based on assessment you give.
Hi Vikrant, this is Lokesh here.
Hi, Lokesh.
I have a question. Actually, you have collected a good tools. I mean, starting from the beginning, right? All the tools you mentioned are
Right,
of
right.
good. Okay, but I just wanted to know what is the source of this collection. So, do
Actually,
you?
there are, yes, yes, yes. So what I will do now, I will provide, I think I have mentioned the link also in these images if it was not visible to you. What I will do, I will share this thing with uh, Vandana madam and they will share with you. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have, means our R&D department in our organization who works on different tools. So I have access to many of them, but as there are some privacy policy, I cannot share that with you. But definitely, I will share all those links with you. And based on the segregation, that which are the paid and which are the open source, which you can use effectively. Now there are certain tools by which are free for 15 days, right? So
Okay.
you can, if the students have their domain mail IDs now, So you can
Okay.
easily use it for 2 to 3 months. Means your work is done and student assessment is also done. So I will share those lists. This is all
Yeah.
already included in this. I will share all those things. Okay.
Yeah. And another question, if you can share your LinkedIn profile or something, right?
Yes, yes.
We
I
can.
will share. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will share.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hope I will get the PPTs.
Yes, yes, yes. I will
Thank
share
you.
this PPT with madam.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
My question is AI improves teaching learning method or soon AI replace teacher from academia?
It will never happen actually. And there are certain cases, means it depends upon student perspective actually. Means I have given you one example that there was one colleague who was really scared of doing emails to client and all those things, but he is using GPT very effectively and replying those to client. So initially after means after 2 3 months he was able to write the emails on his own. Depending upon students perspective of learning, in which sense they are learning the things is very important. What I face that I have taken means 120 or means more than 200 plus interviews right now. Okay, and I daily take 2 or 3 interviews. What I see now, students are not able to understand the question itself, and they are not ready to understand what are the things which are asked. They are just structured in a such a way that they need answer or they give answer in a such a way that which is very structured. They use different platforms to support them, but again when it comes to scenario based question, they are not able to answer a single question. So it is not possible that AI will replace teachers. So teacher intervention is always needed, teacher guidance is always needed.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other
Okay.
questions?
Can we have the feedback? Got it, got it.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for such an enlightening session. Your insights into using AI tools for formative assessments have been incredibly formative and inspiring. We now have a much clearer and understanding of how these tools can enhance feedback while minimizing bias. So let me conclude this session. Utilizing AI for formative assessment has the potential to greatly enhance feedback mechanism and reduce bias in educational settings. AI-powered tools such as Gradescope for instant grading and Edmentum exact path for personalized learning paths make feedback both faster and more tailored to individual needs. Automated questions analysis tools can offer deeper insight into students' strengths and areas for improvement, helping student educators addressing learning gaps for more efficiently. Speech and writing analysis tools powered by AI provide real-time assessments guiding students towards better communication skills. One of the most significant advantages of AI in assessment is its ability to minimize human bias. By relying on algorithms and data-driven analysis, AI can deliver objective feedback, ensuring that all the students are graded fairly and consistently. This helps to create an equitable learning environment, whereas assessments are based on performance rather than subjective interpretation. Additionally, AI can facilitate peer feedbacks as seen in tools like PeerGrade, where AI assistants help manage and evaluate peer reviews, contributing to a more collaborative learning experience. So, on behalf of everyone here, thank you once again, sir, for such
Thank
an
you very much
exceptional
for the
session.
chance to my views in front of all these things. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your active participation today. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow, our session will start at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. and that is session 11. And the session 12 will start at 3:30 p.m. and the session 13 will start at 5 p.m. After that, you will have an online test and feedback in the schedule of 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Then there will be a valedictory session from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.